Overconfidence, carelessness, or just dumb mistakes, no matter how you put it, these are some Town Hall 9 mega fails. Welcome and thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we explore the dangerous world of Town Hall 10s facing Town Hall 9s in Clan War. Now, yes, I gotta chalk it up to carelessness, some mistakes, or just thinking that you're so overpowered that you can't possibly go wrong. But for some reason recently, especially in Lost Phoenix, we have seen a rash of these attacks for Town Hall 10s with maxed out troops, mind you, level 40 heroes not succeeding against not even completely maxed Town Hall 9s. Now, this is the part where I usually say, oh, but you know what, it happens to everybody. I've made this mistake myself, but I don't honestly know if I've ever failed against a Town Hall 9, at least failed to get 3 stars in Clan War. Now, again, it's easy for us to Monday morning quarterback this. We don't want to make fun of these guys. They're great sports for being willing to share these raids with me. Of course, I could have shown them anyway, but I did ask, and they were happy to say, go ahead, put it up on YouTube, help others learn from my careless mistakes. And here we have unfortunate Francisco from Lost Phoenix, who dropped in as level 40 heroes thinking they could clean up anything. And really, I think a big part of this problem is that freeze spells are pretty much wasted when you're attacking Town Hall 9s. They're very effective against Inferno Towers, but when you're going up against a Town Hall 9, I think that those spell slots would be much more effectively used as extra rage, or in this case, extra jump spells, so that the units don't have to waste time getting over these level 10 walls. So now we do get through the walls, but unfortunately you can see the Queen and the King not well protected by the golems, taking some damage from structures around there. And it really just comes down to, in this case, a point of not planning out well enough to take out those surrounding structures, and just generally underestimating the power of those expos should they be able to get to your heroes. You see the Queen is going to go down. The King is going to survive through the rest of this attack. Now, Francisco, he's an experienced attacker. He's gotten way up there in trophies. So I really do think that if he had just used his standard attack, the one you would see him using to 2-star a maxed out Town Hall 10 in War, or to trophy push, he probably would end up with 3 stars. Also, when you're shooting for 3 stars with a basic ground attack like this, it's always best to be prepared with jump spells. You've got to help those units escape the core and get to those last enclosures on the outside. Here you've got a gang of golems banging up against a wall, doing no good, providing no protection to the remaining wizards, archers, and of course the Barbarian King. Now, Francisco's attack could have very well been a 3-star had he just grabbed a couple of extra wizards and dropped them on the outside as those golems were on the inside, distracting the wizard tower and the mortar. Instead, the golems stuck against another wall for the remainder of this attack, and the wizards and the King doing their best to try to get the last structures down. But as time runs out, it comes down to one last structure remaining standing, and Francisco walks away with a very frustrating and embarrassing 99% attack against a Town Hall 9. But you know what? Lost Phoenix is a very tightly knit clan, and we like to support our other clan members. So NATO apparently said, oh, Francisco, I feel really bad for you. You lost to that Town Hall 9 that had level 20-something heroes. So NATO went out and he brought his level 40 maxed out heroes and 3 jump spells against this Town Hall 9 that didn't have maxed out expos or even level 20-something heroes, instead level 15 King and Queen. And here comes NATO's attack. Now, NATO also gets a little bit careless, and though he's brought 6 golems, a bunch of wizards, and a couple of witches, he drops in just about every golem through one entry point. And of course, that's something that we would never want to see attacking a maxed out or near maxed out Town Hall 10. And sure enough, it causes problems on a Town Hall 9 as well. The Lava Hound out of the clan castle, complicating things further. And there goes the last golem into the center, and the heroes have split off, also not taking time to clear those surrounding structures. The Queen has gone left, the King has gone right. Now, the Queen does return to the battle because she's easily distracted by shiny flying things, so she chases down those lava pups, and that seems to have helped things because now she may indeed be protected by that golem and not take damage, have time to get in there, take out the Town Hall, the King, and the expos. But as things develop, you see the wizards moving in. Now the Barbarian King has gone way off on the right-hand side. He is history. Most of the golems are stuck on a wall, level 9 wall this time, but still more than enough to stall them for most of the attack. And that means the queen only has one golem that is down to golemites to protect her. You can see the wizards in the center, just a few working on that town hall. There goes the last jump spell, finally getting those golems loose. But again, it is not going to be enough. They're not going to protect those wizards that are about to get overrun by skeleton traps. The queen comes in to help out, but by the time those skeletons are down, so are all of the wizards in the core, and that is a bad sign for this attack. The queen, working on her own giant bomb, takes out the last wizard on the right-hand side. And though the queen is still at full health and has her royal cloak, there are just too many structures around the outside of this village. Lots of defensive structures left. Those archer towers, Tesla, the wizard tower, the cannon. And instead of at the end of a cleanup phase when you hope to see mostly just barracks and mines and pumps, here NATO is faced with mostly defensive structures, and that is going to cost him. Eventually the queen is going to fall. Every other unit is going to go down. Only a golem will remain, and that's just not enough to get through again the walls, these last defensive structures. And yet again, perhaps trying to make Francisco feel better, NATO wraps up this attack with a brutal 99% fail on a Town Hall 9. But like I've said before, Lost Phoenix is a tightly knit clan. We are a band of brothers and sisters there to pull each other up by their bootstraps, make them feel better. And of course, we turn to North Coast, one of the most elder and valued members of Lost Phoenix, to do just that with this brilliant Lava Hound balloon and minion attack against another Town Hall 9. Now once again, North Coast has brought his level 40 heroes, completely maxed out troops, and now North Coast facing a level 10 queen and a level 10 barbarian king. And again, he's just trying to help out Francisco and NATO, who are obviously dejected at their performance. So North Coast in against the Town Hall 9, carefully dropping those air troops in, heading towards the center right now. Last rage spell goes down, enraging the entire town hall, and the last of the balloons. There, a freeze spell on a mortar, protecting those balloons from that dangerous mortar. The last of the balloons just about to fall in the core of this base, but you've got a couple of maxed out heroes moving in from the far left along with the minions, lava pups, and a dragon. But once again, North Coast has a ton of defensive structures remaining. They're going to slow things down. He has no means of getting in towards the core of this base. No jump spells, no wall breakers left. The defensive Lava Hound goes down, further slowing things down as the queen stalls on the lava pups. The Iron Fist already activated. There goes the Royal Cloak. She's going to turn and try to get in this wall, but it is not going to happen. The Archer Queen is going to get stalled right there to the level 8 walls. And if North Coast had set out to make Francisco and NATO feel better, then absolutely this would be a resounding success. Well done, North Coast. A little problem though. This attack actually happened a couple of wars prior to those other fails, so North Coast setting the bar and setting it high. 69% 1 star with maxed out Town Hall 10 troops against a mid-level Town Hall 9. But in all seriousness, thank you so much to North Coast, NATO, and Francisco of Lost Phoenix. Appreciate you guys having a sense of humor, being willing to share your fails and have me poke fun at them just a little bit. Now, it happens to all of us. Of course, everybody fails sooner or later, whether you'd like to admit it or not. I dare any of you to tell me that you've never failed a raid. Now, admittedly, some of us fail more than others, like yours truly, but that is just what happens in the Clash of Clans world. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode all the way to the end. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite for daily Clash of Clans content. And as always, I will be back here tomorrow with more, yes, hopefully fuller, attacks. Sorry, guys. Galadon! Nice! Lost Phoenix at the base.